So in a normal episode of 2 Minute Tuesday, I discuss information that we feel is useful for our clients as both buyers and sellers of property in this sunny corner of Spain. And it's generally information that we learn from our network of collaborating professionals, primarily our lawyers, our bankers, architects, fellow agents, and of course through our unbroken experience working here in Spain for many years. However, this week's episode is totally dedicated to what we learned and reinforced recently as a vendor of property ourselves, and we're hoping that some of the information that we gained will be of benefit to you when you're selling your property. In subsequent video 97, we're going to cover the information that we learned and reinforced as buyers of property, and the video after that, number 98, we're going to cover the move itself and a few of the tips that could help you move a little easier, take some of the stress away. So welcome to episode number 96 of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondon Valley Homes, where we discuss several aspects of selling from a personal point of view. Now, firstly, a little bit of background. For those of you who know me or visited me at my offices, you'll know that we had a beautiful villa here on urbanisation La Montagnosa in the heart of the Hondon Valley since 2006. And it served as an amazing home and workspace admirably for many, many years. However, during the COVID lockdown earlier in the year, when we were allowed on our daily exercise walks within 1 kilometre of the villa, we took a walk one day and we had a look at the villa that was now to become our new home. We arranged a viewing. The viewing followed into an offer, and hey presto, the wheels were set into motion when our offer was accepted. 7 months later, here we are in our beautiful new home. We've got a dedicated 150 square metre office space. We've got a stunning location overlooking the Urb La Montagnosa, down the valley through Hondon and into the Murcia and Campo. The move, however, wasn't just for us. It was also our clients in mind, as we've got this amazing office space now. We have office suites here. We've got a lovely relaxation area for our clients, TV, free Wi-Fi, freshly ground coffee. Anyway, I digress. Let's get swiftly back onto the topic. Now, what tips can I pass on to you if you're considering having your property for sale or listing your property for sale? Now, firstly, we look through the sale through the eyes of not only the seller but also the buyer. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, we walked around the property and we made a list of all the little jobs that needed doing and that we've been putting off for ages. We prioritised them and then we cracked on with them. So we replaced the cracked tile here, lick of paint there, removed some dead or unattractive planting in the garden, rearranged the furniture to look its best, and we dressed the property beautifully. So when it came to taking the photos and the video, the property looked picture perfect, if you excuse the pun. And it worked. We sold to the second person who saw our property, and they virtually purchased it online, as one of them was working away in Norway at the time. So what I'm trying to say here really is pay intricate attention to detail. Now, I've just mentioned the garden. This is one of the first things that potential buyers will see when they approach your property, and this is an impression that can make or break your chance of selling. So what I suggest you do if you're thinking of selling is you jump in your car, do a circle of the block, and drive up to your property as though you were a client in the estate agent's car, and see what impression that your property leaves them with. You may be surprised. Now, when you've got your property looking $1 million, this is the time when you need to photograph and video it. Now, we knew with our own property the best time of day for the photographs with the sun on the villa and the pool, and this is something you need to bear in mind when telling your agents and making an appointment for them to come and see you. Now, as I live in the Hondon Valley, I'm always schedule my viewing so that the light is always at the best on a villa, but you know, your agent may not, so remind them of why it's a good idea to come and tell them when it's the best angle on the villa. And just as a side note, it reminds me, any agent who turns up with a mobile phone or a holiday 35mm camera needs to be sent away. A professional agent should be using professional equipment to make your property look as best as it possibly can. Now, as an agent, some people might think I made extra effort for my property over others. In fact, it couldn't be further from the truth. I simply took the care and attention that I would expect every client should take when listing their property for sale. We simply made it desirable and it worked. We priced it what I believe was bang on the money, so we didn't really have to entertain any offers at all, and we advertised it in exactly the same places that we advertise every one of our direct listings, and you know what? It worked. We sold our villa, as I mentioned, in 5 days during a pandemic lockdown, so it can be done with a little forethought, preparation and quite a bit of hard work. So what else did we learn to ensure a stress-free sale? Well, firstly, we made sure that all the documentation was up to date, correct. There are a lot of videos on our website regarding this, so have a look on the sellers section on the Hundon Valley Homes website. We answered all of our buyers' questions in detail. Without stereotyping, my wife answered a lot of the questions from the buyer's wife and I for the husband. And we kept the whole process as nice and especially friendly as possible. And it obviously worked because the buyers of our old property are now our friends. Now, everything I've mentioned in this is simple and common sense, and most people know this, but it's always good to be reminded every once in a while. Now that's basically all for this week's episode. In the next episode, what we'll do is we're going to talk about what we learned as a buyer as opposed to seller. So what we learned as a buyer recently, and this will help you if you're looking forward to purchasing a property here in Spain in the near future. This segues beautifully onto the fact that at Hundon Valley Homes, we've got unrivaled knowledge and experience in assisting clients from all over the world settle into this beautiful corner of Spain. So if you're looking to sell or buy in the area, our details are on the screen at the moment. Please drop us a line. It could be one of the best decisions that you make today. So until the next time, hasta luego.